In this video today, we are going to give you a no BS view of some of the worst things about Bend. We have a lot of people, we know a lot of people coming on making videos. Oh, Bend's awesome, Bend's amazing, Bend has everything. Well, Bend definitely does have some cons, and we're going to show you what some of those cons look like in this video today. So stick around and we'll give you a complete understanding of what it takes like to live, work, play in Bend, Oregon. The good, the bad, and most importantly, the ugly. And we're gonna get after it right now. This is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about eating, sleeping, working, playing, and living in Bend, Oregon, then go ahead and tap that subscribe button below, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll make sure to keep you up to date on the current happenings in and around Bend, Oregon. My name is Joshua Grossman. I'm the leader of the Lifestyle and Bend team at eXp Realty. We get calls, texts, emails, and Zoom requests every day from people like you, and you looking to make their move to Bend, Oregon, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, or even sign up for a free Zoom consultation, and we'll go to work on making your move to Bend as smooth as possible. So as I mentioned before, let's get into a no-nonsense view of some of the worst things about Bend, Oregon.
I did a recent post on Facebook to ask some local friends of mine and just people that I'm connected with what they don't like about Bend. The answers I got back were kind of shocking. A lot of people said culture. We don't have a whole lot of culture. Bend is historically a very Caucasian environment. While that's changing, we have people coming from California, from Washington, from all over the United States, really North Carolina, just people are moving in. So that is changing over time, but we are historically and predominantly still a pretty Caucasian environment. So that can be definitely considered a con, although Bend is a very nice place. It's not as culturally diverse as some people might want. The other thing to think about in Bend is, well, we are an outdoor enthusiast mecca. A lot of the things that you do in Bend are based around that. Skiing, mountain biking, hiking, river rafting, floating the river, going to concerts, stuff like that. We have a lot of things to do. We just don't have a whole lot of culture things to do. Art, music. We do have music. We have the amphitheater, and there's a lot of concerts that come there. But if you're coming from a big city like the Bay Area, right? Like, I have way more culture and way more of those type of activities than we do. So another con of living in Bend is the fact that we are not super culturally diverse, and we don't have a whole lot of cultural type activities. Although it's getting better as we grow and change and go into whatever Bend is becoming in the future. So cultural diversity and cultural type activities to take part of. If you're used to a bunch of those, you might not like living in Bend because it's not as diverse as some of the places that people are coming from. With a median home price of $895,000, you have to consider that as a con of Bend, Oregon. Our prices since the pandemic and even before just keep going up and up and up. Part of that is because we just don't have a whole lot of houses for sale. Part of that because Bend is a super, super desirable place to live. We have Mount Bachelor, we have the Deschutes River, we have this cute little mountain town in the middle of Central Oregon, and while we're expensive, we're pretty cheap compared to some of the other mountain towns that you might hear of. So definitely a con. It's pretty expensive to live here. $895,000 is the median home price. You can still buy a house for $475,000, $500,000. It just won't be in one of the super sought after areas, super brand new big bougie house, whatever you're looking for. We have a lot of stuff to choose from, but it's kind of expensive. So that's definitely a con. Homeless camps. Well, homeless camps can be a con, but actually, Ben just did a recent cleanup, and so most of our homeless camps now are gone. You'll still find homeless in places like out China Hat Road, and stuff like that. But it's not as prevalent as some of the big cities. But definitely is a con if you want a environment where there's no homeless people. Bend might not be for you. But that's one of the other cons. So what else have we got in Bend that could be possibly a con? Well, wildfires. You probably heard about wildfires. And while we don't have a ton of wildfires, in fact, I've lived here for 24 years, right here in the heart of Bend, we do have them that surround us in the forest, as well as we get winds that bring them to us. So wildfires and smoke, more than anything else, can definitely be a con of living in Bend. Check out this video of some of the footage from the top of Pilot Butte when there was a fire, raging off in the distance. It basically covers everything with a smoke, and our AQI can get very, very bad at times. And winter. Well, Bend isn't always sunny and warm and beautiful and 300 days of sun. While we do get a lot of sun, we can get some super cold days too. We definitely do get snow. It can be cold, the snow can stick around, you have to learn how to drive in the snow. I often say to my clients, if you're going to become a Bendite, you need to have a Subaru, all-wheel drive, a Patagonia jacket, a flannel, and 2 fancy dogs. Well, a couple of those first 3 things speak to the winter part of Bend. While a lot of people come here for the winter activities, being cold is one of the less desirable things for some people in Bend, Oregon.
The one thing that you might not know about Bend is we have a ton of roundabouts right behind us. This is a roundabout. We don't have a whole lot of stoplights. It's big circles that are drawn into our road system, and you got to know how to navigate them. So, you come around, there could be 2 people coming in, some people pausing to exit. So a lot of people don't really like roundabouts. They're just not used to them, but it does make traffic flow a little bit easier. So one of the biggest cons I would say is if you're not used to roundabouts, roundabouts are definitely an issue here in Bend. Let's take a look at one of these roundabouts in action. All right, let's check out what's next. All right, for our next stop, like traffic. Traffic, as you can see behind me, we're at the intersection of Cooley Road and Highway 97, but there's definitely some traffic. It used to take 5 minutes to get anywhere in Bend. Now it can take up to 15, 20. And as more people come here, we are definitely getting more traffic. So let's spin around and take a look at what the traffic looks like in Bend, Oregon. While that may not be a big deal from folks coming from Washington, California, for us locals around here, it's a lot more traffic than we're used to. But, with traffic comes progress and more people and more money. So it is something that you're going to have to deal with if you choose to call Bend your home. Let's see what's next. This is one of my personal pet peeves about Bend. these bird bikes. Someone had a grand idea to rent bikes and have them all over, and now you find them everywhere. So that's a pet peeve for me. And a personal con is all these damn electric bikes that are just now hanging out in places like right here on the side of the road. Let's see what's next.
One of the other cons to think about is locals in Bend. People that have lived here for a long time are not necessarily fond of people from California, Washington, Texas, wherever you happen to be coming from, coming to what they consider their town. Now, I've lived in Bend. I'm not a native Bendite, but I have lived here for 23 years and I am a native Oregonian. I look at it slightly different. People coming to our town are bringing us income, they're bringing us new businesses, and it's actually making our town grow. But not everybody looks at it like that. Some of the locals that I know are not happy that people are coming here. So one of the other cons is while Bend is typically a pretty friendly place, not everyone will love that you're moving here from out of area. Small lots. That's a con about Bend. If you're unfamiliar with an area, back a few years ago, they passed the ordinance, residential high density, and that basically made every builder that was building subdivisions be able to shrink the lots down to munchkin size. So if you're looking for a large yard, big house, all that kind of stuff, you can get those. They do exist, but they're very expensive. If you're entry level, you're probably going to have to settle for a kind of small lot. But that is what Bend is, and good, bad, or ugly, sometimes you got to deal with it. Let's see what's next. So in conclusion, Bend has a ton of positives. We're beautiful, we're sunny, we're bright, but it's not without negatives. That was the whole point of making this video, is we want to tell you the real side of Bend. We want to help you explore, and maybe this isn't the right place for you, maybe it is the right place for you. The only way you're going to find out is to pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, sign up for a free Zoom consultation, and we will go to work on helping you explore the area. The good, the bad, the ugly, whether it's right for you. We extend this free offer to you. If you are coming to Bend and you are looking to buy a home, look us up. We'll give you a free tour around town. We usually include breakfast and lunch, and we'll give you kind of the personal insider view of what it looks like to live in Bend, Oregon. But until we receive that call, we absolutely hope we see you around town.